for no reason. Time to blow a bag, time to blow a bag. Time to blow a bag, time to blow a bag.
Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Tiara.
I'm Bree with the T.
And I'm A. Monet.
And we are the Girls Room. Welcome back, guys. So we have a lot to cover today, so
We do.
let's hurry up and get started. So Love and Hip Hop, ladies. Love and Hip Hop this week.
I just felt like I'm trying to remember it because I watched it last night and I was kind of like dozing off a little bit.
Just fell asleep on it.
Like, no, I didn't fall asleep. Like, I was watching it, but I was kind of like, I don't know. Like, I'm just so over this Kim Bella and George Santana. He going in jail. I just feel like, don't be on TV while y'all going through that. I really don't care to see that. I don't care. Y'all not fighting, arguing, he and she. I don't want to see that. I really don't. And that's no shade, but I really don't want to see that. Jacquay and he looking at Sydney Star titties. I'm like, okay, it was a rumor that you're kind of gay, so I just felt like that was very gay because everybody knows Sydney Star's a man, and you acting like you didn't know she was a man. You're homo. And it's no shade to homo people because I love the girls. I love the girls and the boys.
Yes, we do.
But. And what else happened? Oh, yeah, Juju, and it was just stupid.
No,
I'm so sick of reality TV at this point.
Joel's and Kimbella at this point. Joel's copped and I don't know if y'all seen it yesterday. He's gonna cop
he's
to
gonna do 18 months.
Yeah, so
and
he's not gonna take it to y'all.
Crying,
like he gonna do 20 years. Oh my god, I can't.
Go do your 18 months, bro. Take it like a champ. You did that shit.
Talking like that.
You did that
Talking
shit.
like that. Kabbalah.
What is that in his mouth though? Like, cause no, that's not his teeth. That's not.
Those are not his teeth.
They're not his teeth.
That's not his teeth.
The teeth.
Talking like Gumby.
It's like his mouth is like the only
it's
thing
annoying.
that's moving
It's
is
annoying, and I don't understand why Kimbella even want him. I'm sorry.
No, that's the father of her kids, and then it's like they've been
I
together.
don't care.
No,
she worked hard for him.
Yeah, she did. She said she's been together for 10 years.
She needs to work harder for them teeth because he needs some better one.
What y'all think?
That he looked like Gumby. He looks disgusting.
How do y'all feel about Love and Hip Hop's
He wouldn't
episode
even lick my
on
kitty
Monday?
cat.
Because that's Love and Hip.
No shit. All right.
No, yeah. So we're gonna move on. Thank you.
Jesus. Can we move on to the fucking buffoon of the week?
Who?
Shout outs. Not even a shout out.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Can we say that? Okay. What the fuck was Jacquees? What
Listen,
was you?
but wait. Jacquees is very talented.
No,
so I'm gonna say that because everybody was trying to cover his neck like he's not talented. That little nigga, he's short too.
And I'm not
talented.
taking that away from him. I'm not taking that away from
Girl.
him. He could sing. I'm not saying he can't sing. He has a little song here and there. That's good. But I'm saying you cannot go. He made a bold statement. For those who don't know, he made a bold statement. I think it was. He made a video. I don't know if it was on Instagram or Twitter. I have seen it on Instagram. And he said that he was the king of R&B. So now we know our kings of R&B. Our 90s babies, early 2000s, and before then, our 90s babies. So a lot of people, they reacted. They clapped back towards what he was saying, like Tank, Tyrese,
everybody,
and fucking
Genuine. Who else said something?
The person,
Pleasure P.
The person who I was talking about that was the buffoon of the day was Jay Holiday. Somebody needs to put him to fucking bed.
Let me tell you something.
He said, first of all, in the video, he's like, oh, like, going on around about how, Jacquees was weighing over his head. Lady goes, hey, are you valet? No, I'm not valet with a Gucci jacket on, baby. I ain't valet. Nigga, that's how you know you are not the king of R&B.
Wait, was y'all listening to the Breakfast Club, though? Nigga said, what do y'all think he was coming out of? Nigga, Ebony said, Applebee's. So I said, wait, Applebee's don't got valet.
No, it depends. It depends what Applebee's you go to.
Applebee's does not have valet
parking.
They do.
Where?
Which one?
It was one of them.
She said one of them. Oh
Somewhere.
my god! But
Which
no,
one?
I just feel like people is doing too much when it comes to the Jacquees thing. Maybe he's confident enough. Maybe he Who are you to tell him he can't feel like that? Like, what if a bitch feel like she's Beyonce? Who am I to tell the next female?
People shoot at Nicki Minaj every day for calling herself the queen.
Listen,
Bro,
listen.
There's no double. Jacquay and Jay Holiday, y'all both stupid. I'm sorry. Yeah, first of all, Jacquay, you jumped out the window. You could sing, because you could sing. And I give credit when it's due.
He's very freaking talented.
He's very talented, but he
okay.
hasn't been in the game long enough than people who have been in the game
So he
who are
can't
way longer in the
Yeah.
game. You can't say that. You can't boast. Listen, so nobody likes a sore winner. That's whack. And Jay Holiday, aka Valet, you need to go to sleep.
The first one
Like,
sold 20 million on his first album.
Flat screen.
I'm not ballet, baby. Not with a Gucci jacket on. I'm not ballet, baby.
Goodbye. Good night, bye.
Yo, she's annoying.
But
He's from
Jacquees,
Chicago.
you cannot say that because you
And the
take
third
away
one,
from our legends. We're not
from
going to
Tappahannock.
discredit our real legends out here. We're not going to discredit R. Kelly. We're not going to discredit Usher. We're not
R.
going to
Kelly
discredit
is a
Jay
rapist, and we're
We
going to
know
discredit
that.
him. Thank you very much. Rapist,
okay.
rapist.
Yeah.
Rapist. He's a rapist.
That was shady.
He's a rapist.
That's accusation. We know that.
He's
but I'm
a-
talking
it
about
was-
music. Why? We just talking about the music right now.
He raped my ears, so I can't. I don't
say he raped my
need
Okay,
This music wise.
guys, next
You
time.
would not take away from R. Kelly.
My bitch Tommy is free. They had to let a real bitch
what
out of
was she locked
jail.
up for again?
I don't know.
They said that, so this charge this time she fucked somebody up, I think in the airport, something like that. She fucked somebody up. Long story short, my bitch is out. I can't really put together which situation it
know
was
what
because
she
she been
did.
going to court for so long. But I like her
just
because she's
feel
real.
like
I'm ready for her new song to come out. Well, for me to listen to
save
it.
her. She's sexy.
She's
the
getting
best.
better.
She's getting
She
better.
saved herself.
She's getting
Didn't
better.
she just shove
She's
her daughter
getting-
head into a locker?
Okay,
That
we don't
was
know.
why she.
We don't know what really happened. Let's just say that because the media could tell you any mother freaking thing that they
First of
want.
all, if
And I
Nova,
know.
How
I know that.
I'm not shoving. Listen, it's ways to discipline your kids. I'm gonna say that.
Bree.
'Cause
I
don't
when I'm a
shove
kid-
my daughter's head in the locker.
No. ACS, call ACS.
Call
That's what they
ACS.
gonna do.
You don't even
That's
know.
what they gonna do. That's what they gonna do. I just
We don't
feel
know
like
the
I got
situation.
shit.
But
we
look,
don't even know
okay,
what
we're not
happened.
about to sit here and act like Tommy is an angel. Tommy,
No, she's not.
Tommy,
We didn't say
every
that.
time Tommy get alcohol in her, she acting a fool. How old is she? Ladies, women, listen. What you
I like
are,
Tommy.
what you are,
I
and
like
and I'm not
I
saying not to
love
like us,
Tommy.
but let's be real. If you my bitch, and I like you, and I love you, and I fuck with you, and we not in our 20s no more, sis. We really in our 30s, entering into the 40s, and you still acting crazy.
She's 34.
34 acting like, and she's a mother. You know what? Let's talk about something else, because y'all not ready for my realness.
Well, congratulations,
Turn
Tommy, on
Turn
coming home.
Drop the
We are
Turn
ready.
the channel.
We
I
are
like Momo
ready.
as a person.
Turn the channel.
We are ready to see everything that you have in store for us. I'm going home to listen to your song and more blessings, boo.
Let's get into
just like
Nikki, because
she's
I want to
out.
be real. Let's be real.
Damn.
Hold up. It's crazy how the dude she's dating, he has a record of sexual assault, rape, or whatever.
Yes, I seen that. I seen that.
So
I
no,
seen
wait.
that.
When they made the collage on Instagrams, I forgot 6ix9ine even was in a whole allegation for that. I fucking forgot. So they had 6ix9ine, they had her brother in the middle, and they had the new boo
Whatever his
last
name is.
picture. Yes. So I'm like, damn, Nikki, you like rapists? Like,
No.
like what's up? Like,
And you seen that the news? What was the news
fucking
guy?
tree.
I don't know, but she.
Oh, yeah, he
she
said-
put the post up and he said that. He said the same thing that you just
she
said.
said she's gonna sue him.
And she
Bitch,
said
you
she was
can't
gonna sue him.
Bitch, that's
Yes,
public.
the fuck
Yes, you
she
could.
can.
That's defamation. You cannot
Yes, she
just
can.
attack somebody's character like that on
He
national
lied
television.
on her. She can sue him.
He said the same.
And
He
she's going
basically
to,
said
as
that,
you should,
yeah.
bitch.
Like,
What is
you're
he
an
lying
advocate,
about?
You're like you.
What is he lying
Yeah,
about though?
'cause
What
he's
is the
saying
lie?
He's basically saying that she likes and she's attracted to these rapists and
Where's the lie
sex
at?
offenders.
Rapists.
And
Where is the lie
because
at?
this is all we all right.
Where is
I don't know
the
the brother
lie?
situation. I heard about it, but I don't. Is he in jail?
Yes, he is. That
Okay,
man is
I didn't
doing
read- I didn't look
time.
into the
He
story.
raped that girl.
I didn't look into
And
the story.
I don't give a fuck if you my brother, father, I
Yeah,
don't give a fuck.
yeah, I
If
don't
that's
think-
what you into, stay over there with that.
Yeah, that's
Not
not
claiming you. Nikki was no. I just can't.
No, she's if you say that's true,
that is so true.
because I didn't read into it. Like I never looked into
Girl,
her brother going to jail.
I
But as
don't
far
know.
as that, we talking about her man. Her
Yes.
new man, her new boo.
They
We
said
see
he
the
was-
pictures, we see the mug shots, we see like everything. So it's like Nikki.
and he did time.
But
Are you
she
really doing
said,
this?
can y'all listen? I could put it in this type of perspective, right? Aside from you guys not liking her for the person
didn't
that.
say
Wait,
I didn't
well, you
like Nikki.
bugging because I love Nikki.
But I gotta be real. I
Girl,
don't
you
know how
bugging.
fake feels, so I gotta keep it
God.
these
loves
First of all,
Nikki.
when
Yeah.
I speak in general. So if it don't apply, let it slide. Now,
Because I was about
if it is speaking for somebody who may or may not like her, think about it like this: if your mother found out that you was with a boy, you was 16, and she didn't want you to date as of yet, and the boy is 17 years old, and your mother decides to
looking
call
it
the
up. I'm
cops,
looking it up.
do you know that whether you agree with it or not, those charges are being pressed? Period.
Lawyer, get a lawyer. Why was he found guilty? Because he did that
He was
shit.
found guilty
What
because
50
he
said?
was technically
What 50
fucking
said?
with her.
If,
What?
if they said he did that shit, he did that shit. What you talking about? He did that shit.
Oh yeah, he
Let's
did that.
be-
He did that shit. I'm googling it. He did that shit.
He did that. Okay.
Even so, everybody's so
keep it
damn
real.
nosy. Why she can't just be happy?
I have to
Like,
Google everything because I need to know
Nikki
for
is
my
not happy.
personal
Nikki is
reasons.
acting right now, and everybody is so
No, if she's Nikki, if she's happy, shout out to Nikki.
Happy
I want her to be
about
happy.
what?
No,
Happy about
Nikki
what?
needs to be happy. She deserves it. Like she really
First
does.
of all,
she worked her ass off.
Was he before or after Safari?
It doesn't even matter who he is.
she said he was her high school lover.
We don't know him. I don't
Oh
even.
my
I never
God.
see him before.
Y'all
a day
just
prior.
believe the
But I
fuckery.
did see that he has a baby mother that was.
That's about to spill
Spill-
some motherfucking
yeah, she's about to
tea.
spill some
in
tea.
a day or two.
And she was
salty.
in the Fifi video. The with
What?
yeah, she was.
The girl was in the film.
Yes, the baby mother.
Oh hell no!
Wait,
This is too much.
This
This
some
is
tea.
too much. But did you
The
guys
baby
see?
mother. I seen it. Like she posted. I seen like I went to her Instagram. I was like I was searching because I had to do like an article about the whole post and shit. And I seen it. She was in the Nicki video, and then this is how like this whole.
This is a
Conversation
setup because Cardi and Offset is not together. Y'all gotta pay attention.
First of all,
Shut up.
did you guys see
Now
how
Nicki
she
got a
liked?
boyfriend, but you was just sitting on Quavo's. No, you was it's like she was. It's just too much. Like I don't
I
want
speak
my.
facts
I
out
don't
of my
want my
mouth.
kitty
So let's
cat.
just confirm.
I don't want
let
my
me
kitty
see,
cat
let me
attached
confirm.
to Mad. Like even if you on a low fucking niggas, be on a low fucking niggas, but. Like Nikki's always want to be. Yeah, I'm with this nigga, that nigga, that.
No. Okay,
People is
let
mad
me go
weird
back.
on this
Let me
live. I don't even know
backtrack
who
and let me
you
take
are.
back what I just said real quick. Talking about Nicki talking about Nicki
The
Minaj.
dude?
Yeah. Baby boyfriend.
Dude, yeah.
His baby mother, no. She wasn't in the video. She's a bartender. Now, I'm talking about Cardi B and Offset. Now, you remember when the Cuban doll asked for the threesome?
Yeah.
And the other girl was the Summer Bunny girl?
Mhm.
Summer Bunny
Yeah, she was in Fifi.
Fifi video.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But
oh,
and then you see when Summer Bunny said that Offset slept with Starburn?
That's a lie.
Did you see it? The post
That's
that
a lie.
she posted. The post went up yesterday, and
That's a
it hit all the blogs. Do you really think that happened?
That's a lie.
Because that's Cardi
I don't
B's
know
best friend. I
because
don't think
these
that
niggas
happened.
is some
That's a
dirty
lie.
dick
That's
ass
no, that's-
niggas.
yeah.
But
So-
aside from him being a dirty dick ass
Like-
nigga, because that's what he is. I feel like their relationship is way too thorough for her. If it happened before, Cardi B would not have been fucking with him. If it happened, it wouldn't have happened after. So I don't think
fuck
that's
the fact
the case.
that he may have fucked your friend. He's been fucking mad other bitches, and you still didn't leave. So you can't even get mad.
But
at
do y'all
nothing.
think she's gonna take him back?
I don't know,
I
and
think
I
she
really don't
needs
care. It's their business, and if she like it, I love it.
Hello, because a bunch of us do it today, so it's just like
First
no
of all,
difference.
y'all bitches get cheated on every day.
That's what I
and
was
y'all
gonna say. A
go
bunch
and
of us
fuck
do it
that
every day.
dick.
No, I'm.
So
it's
don't
nothing.
try to be
I
cute
I
now.
does the cheating hard.
No. Make sure you cut that out, John. But all right, guys, we'll be right back. And we're here with Ebony, 2 times children
Bree is a
author. We'll be
mess.
right back.
It's that season when niggas cut a check for no reason. It's that season when niggas cut a check for no reason. Time to blow a bag, time to blow a bag. Time to blow a bag, time to blow a bag.
Hey guys, welcome back. In a few, we're gonna have Ebony. Super excited. She should be here any minute now. But in the meantime, oh, hello. Welcome.
Hi, baby girl.
Have a seat.
I like
Alrighty.
that shirt. It is.
Yes, you know I love me a good turtleneck.
Yes, me. I do.
Hello, turtleneck
I need
tee.
that 'cause mine has a shirt.
But haven't seen you in mad long, Ebony. Oh my God. So guys, this is Ebony. Ebony actually has written 2 children's books. She also has her own book production company. It is called Aspires Dreams. Definitely check her out on Instagram and on every platform. She's super dope. And if you're looking to write a book, definitely reach out to her because she could get it done and you will definitely see some results. So let's get started though.
How you doing, Ebony?
Good. How are you?
How's
I actually bought you guys some gifts. I got a book for your daughter.
I love books. Comes very
love
good.
books.
Yes.
And I signed it for her because you posted her name the other day.
I already got that book.
That's so
That's so dope. Look at Bree.
Oh, this is so nice.
see.
And I
You gotta pass it along.
And she
I
misses
really
her
miss
baby
my
right now,
baby,
so
and it's
she's
like-
like,
Oh
yeah.
my God, here. it's the other one.
She's like,
I see you post her name, and I was like, great, because I didn't want to ask
Great.
nobody.
that's so cute. Alrighty.
Oh, this book
this is
is
so
really
cute.
adorable.
Yes, you guys should read it. It's actually
I'm
really
happy
good.
you got black people.
Yes, I'm really.
Of course.
Yes, that's really
Let's get
dope.
into that. Let's talk about
Yes,
that.
you
Let's
are
talk about that.
Look
But
at this
definitely,
book.
guys,
Get into
yes.
the book. It's called Mommy and Me. And look at the pictures. Look at the illustrations.
This is a really good book.
It is a really
Thank
good.
you.
Make
It's
sure
dope.
you guys
It's dope.
get
I like
into it. All
So
right.
speaking about you writing books, how did you start writing? Like, what was your inspirations?
So I taught in the Board of Ed for like 5 years. And so this past year, well, when I wrote the book, a lot of my students had they were like single moms, so the mother would drop them off every day early, then come pick them up at like 6:30, then do it all over again. So that first book, even though she's a superhero, it really just shows the true strength that moms really have. Not saying that I grew up with a single mother, because I didn't, but that's what I seen. So that's what I wrote about.
That is
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Thank you.
And how long did it actually take you to create these books?
That one took me like a year and a half.
Really?
Only because I stopped. I was like, what am I writing a book for? Then I was like, you know what? Forget it. Let me just keep going. So that one took me like a year and a half. But after I released that one, a month later, I had the second one already written.
What made you stay motivated? Like, what always push you to like, okay, I gotta write. Because, things do happen. So how do you handle all of that at once?
I like to start what I finish. So it would have killed me if I would have just been like, you know what?
Whatever.
I ain't doing this. Yeah, I would have been mad annoying myself. I gotta do this, so I just did it. Yeah.
I respect that for
Yes.
real. Because it's hard to focus sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
'cause
is,
life
and to create a
freaking
book.
happens.
Yeah.
You can never control it. And you just gotta just focus. So.
You definitely have to stay motivated.
But, so, like Asanet stated, what made you go with African American characters in your book?
I think my family would disown me if I wrote a book and had the illustrator make a white family or something. I mean, now that I've been an author for almost 2 years now, I'm seeing other books and it's okay to kind of do a black
out,
mom, and maybe an Asian dad or something,
Like a mix,
But
yeah.
my first set of books had to be black.
Yes.
Just had to. It had to.
Power
Yes.
to the people.
Yeah,
And it was so dope.
Black magic.
And
For real.
it's crazy because I actually interviewed Ebony on
Oh
my...
yeah, in January.
Yes, it was it was about to be a year that I interviewed her. But when I did, we got into the fundamentals of her illustrations, and the person, even down to the person who she had do it, and it's just super dope, to see somebody actually care about something as small as like an illustration, because ultimately once somebody creates a book, like they feel like, well, I did the writing part, so you know. So you know, I encourage you guys to check out the book, and also support somebody who is not asking for a handout. She's not like she definitely like, from knowing her, like she gets the shit done on her own. So you guys definitely should support. If not because you just want to support because it's real shit.
Yeah, definitely. So outside of writing books, what else do you do? Like, tell us, drop it down. Like, what's your everyday
I
routine?
am a full-time graduate student. I am an assistant director at a preschool. I do event planning, and I have a publishing company.
Boom.
Yeah.
Period.
Do you hear it? Do you hear the entrepreneurship right there? Do you hear it?
So it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's like you have to juggle.
How do you juggle it? How can you handle doing all those things?
I don't know. It's like literally tomorrow I had to switch my schedule from opening my school at 6:30 to going at 9 because I knew I was gonna be here late. Like I'm asleep by 9:30 every night.
Really?
Like my boyfriend be calling me like, "Where you at?" I'm like, sleep, like knocked out, like yeah, in the bed. Like it's crazy. Yeah, I have to like sleep so long because it's a lot.
Right.
And do you have like your own school?
No, so I'm an assistant director at a already built school, but I do want to have my own. So I'm kind of like learning the ropes of like the manager position, you know, funding and stuff like that, so I can open my own.
How do you feel about like nonprofit stuff? Like, how do you feel about that?
I have to learn more about it because all I know is profit stuff. So I would have to learn more about, you know, like the 501c and those type of things. But yeah, I'm not trying to do that right now. I'm trying to stay more on the
keep it
profit side. Yeah.
So when like to somebody who wants to write a book, but you see how you wrote a book on like a different aspect. So you say you didn't come from a single mom house, like, you know, you had both your parents. So for someone who wants to write a book and wants to write a personal story versus then like a fictional story, what do you like? Do you suggest certain things shouldn't be like? How open would you be with your readers if this was like your story?
Okay, so the dad book, a lot of people don't know, but that's real life stuff I did with my dad. I just put it in a form of, you know, a little girl kind of telling her story, but that was kind of like me, you know, telling my story. Like, my dad used to do my hair. We used to have tea parties and drink Kool-Aid and eat cocoa bread patties. Like, that's real life stuff. But, you know, I had to make it general for, you know, another kid so that they can identify themselves in that as well. But for somebody who wants to do like an autobiography kind of thing, I mean, it wouldn't be hard. Like, you'll just tell them, write your story. You know, you don't want to tell all your tea. You don't want to like spill the beans or, you know, tell somebody else's business in your story. But if you're going to write it for that purpose of telling your story, why not tell your story?
Keep it all the way real.
Yes,
she says. Alrighty. What do you think do you see yourself writing another book? Like, what do you see in your future? Like, are you gonna write another book? Are you gonna
are you gonna change up your genre?
Yeah.
Did you think this was gonna stop?
Yes. Continue.
I have a third book coming out in April.
Okay.
I ain't really public announced it yet, but it's gonna be called "Mom Has the Key to My Heart," and it's gonna be a little boy and the mom. Because a lot of my friends have sons, and they're like, you know, this is cute. We gonna buy it because of you, but you know, we need a book
something
for
relatable.
us. So so I figure I'm gonna do the mom and the son, then maybe a dad and the son, and then maybe do the whole family, like the four of them, and then maybe siblings or something like that. I don't know.
Super
so you
cute.
create all these family books. Do you have kids?
No.
Do you?
Oh, thank God.
Oh no.
Do you want to have children?
I do, but I need like a ring first.
I respect.
So this is like a little snippet to your boyfriend.
This a little like
clip.
shout out. Like,
yeah, like,
Hello. Did you got to see the episode with Chelsea? She was in here telling us she told her man hello. Where is it?
Knock knock. No, but I don't want to. I never be like hello, like whenever you're gonna do it, if you're not gonna do it. You know what I mean? But no, I don't have children yet though. I do want kids. That's why I got a dog. So this will give me a few more years. Yeah, so I'll say just give me a few more years. But yeah, no, I don't have kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long you and your boyfriend been together?
It's gonna be 2 years in February.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Super cute.
Oh,
So, I'll give you guys a little story. I've known Ebony since she was in probably her first year of college.
Definitely.
And ever since the first time that I met her, I always knew that she was gonna be like something. And saying like, I knew that she wasn't gonna be like the type of person who went to college and didn't like do it. Like, didn't finish and didn't accomplish anything. Like, I always knew. Only because, like, even though she would be at all my house parties, she...
party girl.
Me and Janae, we did not miss
not a beat.
A party.
Not a beat.
And that's why a lot of people don't know. That's why I got kicked out of Dutchess, though. Because I ended up failing.
I think that's why everybody got kicked out of Dutchess.
I failed out because I was like, I'm going to get 2 jobs. I'm gonna go to school and I'm gonna go to these parties every Thursday. Remember that?
Oh my God.
And the grades came in. It was like, you have a 1.9. I was on Christmas break. Like, I'm not gonna tell him yet. I'm not gonna tell my brother yet. Then my mother's like, when you going back? I was like, yes, I can't.
I'm not going back.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I just thought I'll transfer here. And then when she really found out, she's like, don't tell your father. Don't tell your father.
Okay.
So I had to go up there, pack all my stuff. My father didn't talk to me for like 3 months.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then when I came here, my first semester, I got like a 3.5. And I got into Lehman on the spot. So it was like, nobody ever knows that I really went to Dutchess unless I tell them. Like, I went away.
That's same here. Like, no one ever knows it was 2 colleges before it was 1. Like,
what made you stay motivated when you was in college? Because I feel like
that college?
No, the second time.
No motivation there.
Like going to school out here, like
It's.
I feel like it's super difficult because you're trying to balance having a job, going to school, having a social life.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, when you get out of high school, you're straight into adulthood.
Yeah.
You get a job, you think you've grown, you don't got no curfew, you can do whatever you want with your money, your parents is allowing you to make certain mistakes. Like, so how did you handle all of the distractions?
Coming back home, that was like a punch in the face. It was like, wake up. Like, you couldn't just leave out the house or go anywhere. I mean, I could do that because I'm not in jail, but, you know, it's not like the same as being in college. So home, I had to like literally transform and be like, all right, you home now. You home because you got kicked out. Now you just got to do what you have to do. Yeah. And that's what I did. Like, I was like, all right, I think I want to be a teacher. So I kind of just jumped into that, like started being like an assistant, started being like a floater. The school got closed. I didn't even apply for this job. They called me and they was like, we want you to be the head teacher. And I was like, bet, let's do it. So I've been teaching ever since then. And I was like 2014.
Look at you.
So would you say it's like the whole scenario that you didn't want to disappoint your parents, or was it just like you, like yourself?
Yeah, no, it was like me.
Like, okay, I really got to get myself.
Yeah, it was definitely me. Because I was like, not that I meant to fail. You know, nobody really means to fail at school, but I wasn't. Yeah, then I wanted to be a bio major. I'm like, who am I taking biology? Like, I can't even pass math. Like, I want to be a surgeon. Hello, doing surgery on who? So it was like, all right, like let's be real. And then I had to like really get to it. So when I started teaching, I was like, yo, I love teaching. Like this, this is it. And I kind of just stayed with it until it got boring.
What grade do you teach?
I used to teach pre-K.
Now that's mad inspiring though, because I am like, I could procrastinate sadly, and I hate it. And then it's like, now that I am a mother, I just feel like now my decisions has to be suitable for my daughter too. So I'm always like thinking like, okay, if I go back to school, I may have to do online because I don't want to be away from her. Bad enough my job is Monday through Friday 9 to 5, and then I got this.
Right.
So sometimes I'm like, where the fuck am I gonna fit school in?
Yeah. No, but you definitely have to pace it.
I try to do it because I have other friends whose moms, they got jobs, they go to school, they got their degrees. So I'm like, okay, if she did it, I can definitely could do it. Sometimes finding that motivation is
hard. It's hard because even now, like I feel like I've been in school for like 10 years. I'm like, I was to the point where I was like, you know, I should just drop out. Like, I don't really need a master's right now. Like, my mother was like, that's not an option. Like, master's is the minimum. So I'm like, all right, I have to do it. Let me just do it. Then I'm like, I want to be certified. Then she's like, you better be certified. I'm like, so I'm like,
I like that your mother challenged you, and that's how I want to be with Nova.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna spoil her, of course, because that's my baby.
Yeah.
But it's like you always want to teach your kid, like, okay, I'm always gonna be here, but I want you to know, like, you gotta work.
Yeah.
And nothing gonna be handed to you.
Yep.
And that's why I love my grandmother. Like, she gave us tough love. She was a Scorpio. Like, I don't know if y'all know how it is with Scorpios.
My mom's
They are
a
so
Scorpio,
tough,
so
and
I know.
When I got older, I was like, I get it
Yeah.
now. Because
Yeah, definitely.
she didn't want us to talk back. We couldn't go outside.
I get it.
And as soon as I got an ounce of outside, I didn't know how to act. And I
It
was
was
like, oh my
over.
God. I said, this is why grandma was so strict,
Yeah.
because you got bills, these boys.
Life hit you hard. Life hit you hard.
Life will smack the shit out of you. First of all.
Literally.
Yes,
Like,
I
yeah.
could definitely agree on that Scorpio because my mom was born on Halloween. So her
Oh,
birthday is
wow.
on Halloween. My mom is the strictest. She was the strictest mother when I was growing up. Like, bad grades in school, you getting beatings. You can't eat no snacks. Like, it was serious. It was like that.
You starving?
You take away Twinkies, you take away cupcakes. You can't go outside. My mom was those moms. Like, if I was past my curfew, she came outside to look for me. Like, she was dragging
my
me
grandmother did
out
that
the park. You know how
Oh my
embarrassing
God.
that is.
Yeah.
And then you go, then you come outside the next day. They're like,
They
yo,
be like,
You see your mom?
not embarrassing,
Oh, man.
but I definitely understand the tough love now. Like, my mom, she's calm now, she's cool, but we best friends, and I think that's like, I think her being strict when I was younger brought us closer together.
It was to
because-
teach you that I ain't your
it's that
friend.
tough
Right,
love.
right,
Yeah,
right.
She was saying that. She was
Right.
like, I ain't want your little friends outside. Don't talk to me like you ain't meet me from the street. She's always saying that. Like, but I understand. Like, so I always say, like, when I become a mom, I want to be like the mom she is, because she's dope. Like, I could talk to her about anything. Like, smoke, I'm sweet, sex. Like, I'm telling her, like, Mom, I'm not having sex no more. Like, I can't do it. I'm talking to my mom like that. I can't have sex no more. I can't do it. Like, this shit is too emotional. Like, I can't do it. Mom, give me some advice. And she'll
Ooh,
tell
I
me,
like y'all conversation.
like, and she'll tell me, like, you can't do this with boys. Like, you gotta be patient. You gotta, you can't just be I'm an aggressor. I guess, like, I'm too aggressive. And, like, I don't know how to control my anger. And she always tells me, like, you need to learn how to control your anger. Like, you get mad for no reason.
Anger management. I'll go with you.
Anger management. I don't think I,
ain't
need
never
anger
say I was
management.
going
She said
there.
that. She's like, go to therapy or something. I don't want to go
I'll
to no damn
go
therapy.
with you. Therapy. Let me tell you something. I would love for you to write a book about like if you could try to put it in a children's book method of like mental health, because I feel like it's so serious in the Black community, and I'm gonna just point on our community because we're Black, that we grow up to not show emotion. Like, when you come and tell your mother somebody's bothering you, did you hit them back? And it's like, well, what if I don't want to hit them back? What if that's not me? But it's like, you got to be like, I tried to, but it's like you teach kids from young that it's not okay to like not show emotion and being angry all the time. And that's why
That's important
of
today.
Black men and Black women are so angry and we go through so much police brutality, all this stuff. So it's like, I tell my friends all the time, I'm like, listen, if you gotta go to therapy, I'll go with you, because I went to therapy and I love it because it makes you feel like you don't know this person. They don't know you from a can of paint, so they're not really judging you. They're certified to do this. They went to school to do this. They know the human brain. So it's like you talking to this person who's really listening, and certain things will make them see like, okay, maybe you have resentment towards somebody. Maybe because you don't want to forgive somebody. So it's like, I think it's very important for my friends to go to therapy. Anger management, I'm telling you, because
I ain't never said I was going there.
No, for real,
But-
for real.
All right. So,
What's your intake on therapy? Like, you're a teacher, so what do you think
recommend it?
students should take therapy?
Yeah.
Like,
I know you see it in young kids.
yeah.
Definitely. Like, I had a kid last year. She was talking about suicide. She was talking about all kind of
my
stuff, and
God,
she's
really?
four. So
That's like,
Yeah.
that hits home.
yes,
Do
Yeah,
it
it
with the baby.
That's why I can't do it.
Still baby.
I can't do
yeah.
this. I can't do
So
nothing.
me as a teacher, like, I was going broke every holiday, like Christmas, Thanksgiving. I did everything big. Like, when I resigned, I threw them an ice cream party and bought them gifts for me to leave. So like that was hard for me when she was like, "Oh yeah, people go on the roof to commit suicide," and I was like, What? Like, I had to, like, take her, sit down with her, do, like, a whole lesson just for her. Like, I had to go out my way and, like, make sure that she was okay.
Yeah.
And then try to talk to mom, like, you know,
what's
like, she shouldn't even know this word. You know what I mean? Like, children should not know the word.
She's 4?
At 4, yeah. Yeah.
But
That is so different.
Yeah,
That
it
is
was
definitely, you know, we need to be more aware in regards to
Mindful.
suicide.
Children.
But I think that it's super dope that you have, aside from her being an author, like I said, and we got into it a little bit, she has a publishing company.
Yeah.
So what is your take on people who, like, if somebody does the same thing as them, like if somebody does like the same career or the same, let's say, business, same thing, like in the era of people who everybody does eyelashes and everybody does hair. What is your take on that? On teaching somebody like
low-key,
the
in my
craft?
head, I think I can do lashes myself, and I
There
tried to do
you
it before I
go.
got here, but never mind, this is mine. What do you mean, like somebody doing the same thing?
Yeah, like, you know, like, what is your take on the
Imitation.
empowerment part of it? Like, you know, like, are you for it, or do you feel like people need to, it's okay to be inspired, but just don't copy?
I mean, I feel like everybody copied in some way or form. Like, there's 1,000 podcasts. There's like 1 million authors. You know what I mean? So I feel
Right.
like everybody has their own style, and I feel like I've kind of gained my own style with my publishing company and how I do my consultations and things like that.
Right.
So people will come to me versus going to an authentic publishing house because I'm more personal, where
Real,
you're gonna
yeah.
deal with like corporate, you're gonna deal with mad
Yeah.
other people. So that's kind of how I deal with it. Like, other people's gonna come from me and they're like, oh, I want to go to a real publisher. Then that's fine too.
Right.
See,
But
how I feel about imitation, I feel like you can imitate me, but that does not mean it's gonna
it's gonna work, right?
It's not gonna
cook
work.
what I'm cooking, but that don't mean it's gonna taste
the
like
same.
But
Right.
that's the
mine.
same way. That's like with any recipe. You could put the same ingredients that somebody
Yep.
put in the same exact food, and it will not taste the same.
Exactly.
It
I
just
feel
works.
Like
What
imitation
works for some people
is that should make you
doesn't
feel
work for
good.
others.
Like, oh girl, you watching? Hey,
I got somebody seeing me.
my take on that, when I see people doing like similar things to what I do, aside from my podcast, like with my business development, like and stuff like that, like I feel like honored, like flattered, to the point where, like, if you've never looked at life from that perspective and now you do, and it was because of me, or even if I was just one person out of the 7 people you looked at that do the same thing, but I inspired that, like, I think that's dope.
each one teach one.
yeah, that's true too.
Versus now, if you like steal the whole blueprint, which is impossible unless you're giving out all your jewels, like
Yeah.
you understand. If you steal my whole shit, then that's a whole nother different story. But I feel like we can help each other. Like, even people who reach out to me who tell me, "Oh, how do you start this? How do you start that?" Like, that's why I started the business that I did start for business development. Why? Because we have so many people who get so mad when people do that. Like, they get so mad. They go on a whole rant, go on Instagram. Oh, this fucking bitch copied off of my house. Stop. Get your own shit. Blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, if you confident in what you do, then what another bitch don't make you shit. And it is what it is. Like, so I think that it's dope. That, that
like,
you
it's
stood in the
crazy you
same
say
industry.
that because people used to act like, when I first started, people were like, oh my God, how'd you write your book? Like, they wanted me to lay out everything
Like,
step by step. And I would, help them without really
Like,
answering their
general,
questions.
yeah.
But then they were like, okay, but how did you do this? Like, how did you publish it? And I was like, all right, I don't want to tell you to book me, but I want to tell you to book me because this is what I have a company for. You know what I mean? But I was feeling bad because I was like, I'm not really nobody yet.
But it's
so
okay
I
to
don't want to tell
assert.
you to like book
but-
a consultation and pay me for it.
But-
But, this is what I do for a living.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
so
that's what
get
you
your
do,
money,
like,
baby.
right? And in the era of women and people, period, like this generation of people starting businesses, you have to stand up for your worth. Why? Because you have a lot of people who would think, oh, just because she lives right here up the block from me, she can't make the
Assist
same.
you in something.
No, not even assist you. She cannot assert what she does because of the fact that, oh, she lived right here. Who is that? First of all, you don't know who lives where. Because ultimately somebody invites you to their office, but you don't know where they live. They can live up the block from you, down the block from you. Will never
You will
know.
never know.
So I feel like when you're starting your business, you have to be confident and you have to be strong. Like, when people do stuff like that, it's okay for you to be like, hey, I also have a book publishing company that you can definitely take advantage of, like, because I get the same thing. Like, people be like, oh, hey, I get it about the podcast. I get it about my pop-up shops. I get it about everything. And ultimately, like, I didn't start a business to tell everybody how to start the same business.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know? So I do think it's okay to definitely help people in the same industry, but just don't be like telling people.
Yeah, I really don't mind helping like other. Like I like talking to other people.
Yeah.
I like talking to other authors because it's like, okay,
you can relate.
Well, how did you do it? Like,
right.
I got a friend. He went to a publishing house and spent like $5,000. Where me, you know, my books are self-published. And I was able to learn how to do it so that now I can publish books for other people. So I think, you know, it's about the journey. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and lay out everything to you without you booking something.
It is what it is. Because the same way you found out how to do it, Ebony, and you did it because that's what you wanted to do.
Right.
You wanted to publish your book.
Right.
The same way they could do it. So that's the shortcut. You asking somebody, that's a shortcut. And nobody on the other side of that question, how did you do it, is going to respect your hustle. If you asking them exactly how to do it, they're going to be like, oh, this is just another copycat.
Yep. And they're going to be like, oh, well, we don't need her. We can just skip past her. Like, no, you have to go through me if you want your book done.
Exactly. And I respect that. And I think that that's really dope.
I would definitely be going to you when I you know, finish mine and get into the work.
First of all, I've been writing my book for like a year and a half now.
I was just about to say, like, you should have came to me, but, you know, no shade. I was going to say nothing in January.
I've been publishing my book for like a year and a half, but with me, it is still self-published. But what it is like, it's so many. That's why I asked you the question about what do you think about, like, how, like, raw do you get when you're writing a story about a true story that happened in your life without thinking like, hey, these people. And I know some people say, oh, just write and don't give a fuck about what nobody says, but sometimes it's not just that.
No, you gotta have some order.
If we sat down, right? So this is what I would tell you. Kind of plan out everything as far as like topics you want to hit. So say if you want to talk about like childhood, you want to talk about if you moved somewhere, if you want to talk about growing up in school, you'll talk about your friends, you'll talk about the family dynamics, you'll talk about all those different things, but you're going to have to break it up. You're going to have to write those in different chapters. And then it's up to you how deep you want to go. So when people sit down with me and they ask this question like, oh, I got 100 pages, but I don't know what to do with it. You gotta sequence it. You gotta put it in order so that when people are reading your story, they're like, wow.
It goes into it.
Yeah, you don't want to be like, she's 19 when the book started and then she's 2 in the end. You know what I mean? Like, it has to have some type of
It has to have a flow. Everything has a flow.
Because if one person read a bad book, they not gonna read nothing else.
So for somebody who's looking at this episode and is like, oh, I'm gonna write a book. So if they write you like 120 pages, and this is what the book is, like, if this is what I want the book to include, like, and they be like, here, take these 120 pages and make it, like, not make it a book, but
this is before or after they sign the contract.
After they sign the contract.
Okay.
And they're like, here, I've been writing for like ever. Here's my pages, like. Do you do the service where you put it together and make it the actual physical book?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't need them to do the sequence for you and do all that.
I mean, if their 120 pages is around one main topic, then no. If it doesn't really have an order where it's telling a complete story, then no. Okay. But if it's like a book just on, say it's on mental health or it's on like food or something, then no. If you're just gonna write the book, then I'm just gonna put it together. But I'm gonna charge you for it. Like I had
everything is a
like
price.
No, my first book that I did on my company, it was free. Like I didn't charge him $1, and I shoot myself in the face every day for that because I had to ghostwrite the book for him. I didn't even know his story, and he was like, "Oh, this is my story. Like, make it happen." He sent me the end as the beginning of the book. Like the middle was the beginning. Like. It took me so long to do that book.
And you didn't charge him nothing?
I had my illustrator do the front cover, everything, and I didn't charge him a dime. Because I was like, I need to learn the ropes.
Yeah.
But I learned the ropes after that book. I was like,
I bet you will be another free one.
No.
When you put in your hard work, like, it's
you gotta get compensated back. Like, but I wanted to ask you how, like, because I have my order for my book. And like I had to start all over. I started and then I was like, this is bullshit. Let me start another one. Cause I was on a train and my baby father was pissing me off and I just
You wrote a book on the train?
I wrote like a little.
I wrote that on the train.
Well, I don't want to
That
say I
book.
wrote a book.
This one?
But
Yes.
I do. I do
That was
feel
like before I had my car and stuff. I wrote that on the train.
I didn't really write it. I kind of did like a little like, you know how in the back of the book you have the little summary part?
Yeah.
I wrote that out. Like I had
First?
I had my whole like this is what it's gonna be about.
Okay.
So I had that, and then when I got home, I'm like, okay, I had my characters already, whatever. So I started writing. Right out the door, I think I did 2 chapters that day. And then the next day, I kind of finished up the second chapter, started the third.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I get writer's block bad.
Oh my God,
So
I just
what
wrote
do
a
you
blog
do?
about this. All right, so I got writer's block on like the second page of that book, of the mom book, and it's only like 22 pages of like real content. After the first page, I was like, oh, this is great. And I was like, I don't know what to say. Like, I was like, I'm done. Closed my laptop and I was done. I didn't pick it back up until like, this was in like February. I didn't pick it back up until like June, July.
Okay, so it's normal. Because I didn't think that was normal. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fucking lazy. I be cursing myself. Like, oh my God, I gotta get my life together.
It's completely normal. Like, even, like, I was an English major in school. So I was writing papers every week for like 3 classes at a time. So I would literally wait till the night before because I had writer's block, because that pressure makes me do it.
You know what? I used to do that in high school. Like, I was... When it came to homework, papers, or whatever, I'm last minute type. Because I like you said, that pressure, it makes me do my best work. And low key, weed makes me creative. Because writing a book, you know what I focus on. Because when in high school, let me tell you something. Street vendor books. When I first read, I read Be More Careful, and then True to the Game, and then I got The Coldest Winter Ever. And after that, I ran through so many 125th Street books. I can't really remember the titles, but it's like, shit, I forgot what I was about to say. Damn it, we was talking about books. Oh, the descriptive. I'm so big on descriptive. Like, when I read somebody's book, if the description is not good, I don't want to read it no more. Like, and that's how I am for my books. Like, where if I'm talking about sex, I make it like,
yeah, you can't.
Right, because you want to spread it through the whole book. But even if I'm talking about a scene with a fight, I like to be real. Like, you know, when you reading the book and you want to be able to like
if somebody's fighting, you want to see like the blood splashing.
So I try to, you know,
You
like
wanna feel like
when I go through the sex scenes, I be like, she thrusting. She was like, you know,
she's thrust.
She wanna feel it. She
so
wanna connect.
for my book, for the book that I'm writing, type book I'm writing, I use personal stuff. Like if I'm having sex, I'll be like, okay, let me channel that while I'm writing. If I was crying the other night, let me channel that feeling while I'm writing. But I just feel like your descriptive got to be good. And I know with kids' books, you got to be like, so like,
but the
you
pictures,
know, like on point.
It's, even though the descriptions is, I'm gonna say, wow, you're coming in that.
My live ended on its own. I don't know. It's just weird shit.
Even though my descriptions is probably like a sentence or like 2 sentences long, it's the pictures. With children's books, it's the pictures that really, because I even have like white families like, oh my God, I'm gonna buy this book for my grandchild, and I'm like, when I first wrote it, I'm like, dag, only mad black people gonna buy this, but that's okay. That was okay.
But have your people invest in?
But that was okay. I was like, at least somebody gonna buy it. But when white people seen it too, and I was like, oh, this is great. Like, this can be for you know, other races, other religions, cultures, whatever. I was like, this is pretty great.
Right.
So yeah.
You're dope.
Thank you.
No, for real.
I like you. What did you guys think I was gonna be like? I was gonna come here mad bougie?
No, because how old are you?
23.
The fact that I'm meeting girls in their 20s, like y'all, you and Tiara just 2 years younger than me. I still look at y'all as my age, whatever. But it's like the fact that you meet women like this, because when I started blogging, I used to be like, oh my God, I want to meet people like me, because my friends is so like, they act like they listen to me, but I know they not. Because it's like when you really feel like you have a higher purpose in life, sometimes it's hard to find people who really mesh with you and really want to listen to, you know, your brain is just going all the time and you got these thoughts and you can't go to sleep, so you want to talk about it, and your people just look at you like, oh my God, girl,
that's
shut
how it was
up.
when I wrote the book. My first book, nobody knew I wrote the book. Like, my family members didn't even know. Like, I think only my sister and my parents and like my cousins and like 2 or 3 of my friends. But when I dropped the book, my aunts were like, you just wrote a book? And I'm like, yep. Like, sorry. But like, everybody didn't know, because it's like, you can't, I get what you mean, like, you can't really relate to people. Like
yeah.
the stuff that I was going through when writing that first book, like me and my illustrator Taekwon, we couldn't get the format right. Like the pictures weren't coming out good, and I was stressing. I'm like, we need this book out by April. First I said January, then I was like, all right, we're not doing January. But when April came, I was like, we got to figure this. I was staying up to like 3 o'clock in the morning, still working, still going to school, everything. Then we finally got it, and I was like, boom. We got it. You know what I mean? Like, so when that finally happened, I was like, now I can talk to people. Now I can tell y'all how I really felt. But when I was doing that, I was like, I can't really talk to nobody because they not going to know. And I don't want to tell them I'm writing a book. Like,
do you feel like everything that has happened in your life the past year or two, do you feel like you manifested everything? Like, do you feel like do you have those moments where you're like, oh my God, I just spoke this into existence 2-3 years ago? Look at me now.
Oh my God. I read my Facebook memories, and like something the other day was like, you know, like I'm not who I am yet. And this was like 4 years ago.
Wow.
And I was like, wow.
Look at me
like,
now.
I didn't even know who I was gonna be. I was just you know? I was just like, I'm gonna be somebody, you know, because you don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna be a failure. So you know what I mean? So I was just kind of building myself up. So for me to read that the other day, I'm like, yo, it really hit. Like, right. Like when I first wrote the book, I was texting Taekwon, my illustrator. I'm like, we really did it. Like, I really have a book. When people's like, yo, you got a book? Can I buy your book? I'm signing books, thinking it's cute. Then at home, I'm in the shower like, yo, I really got a
this
book.
is real.
Like, this is real life. Like, to this moment, like, it still doesn't hit me because I'm a regular person. Like, I'm really embarrassed when people be like, oh my God, let me see your book. And I don't know why because I'm, like, really shy. So when they're like, oh my God, let me see your book in front of mad people, I'm like, shut up. Like, don't say anything. So even now, it's like, yo, she's an author. So, like, for y'all to be like, oh, she's a 2-time author, I'd be like, yo, this is real. Because it didn't hit me yet.
Right.
So, yeah, it's, like, pretty cool.
Well, you should definitely toot your own home because you're dope.
Yeah. Exactly. And we don't see, you know what? All we see, like not even that we don't support. All we see is like strippers, bottle service girls. They enjoy, girl.
Bitch, listen. I was one. I was one before. I was like,
we only see them like really gloating about what they're doing, but it's really real women out here writing books, you know, owning their own business, being influencers.
Back like real
and stuff like that, and I love to see that. Like today, I had a moment where at work this morning, for some reason, I just wanted to watch Maya Angelou, and I was watching a couple of her interviews with Oprah, some of her stuff where she just speaking publicly. And one thing I admire about Maya Angelou is that she wanted to see every female win. And I'm like, we don't really have that nowadays. We got Cardi and Nicki arguing, looking foolish. We got freaking a lot of these bloggers as females. We see them taking down women and tearing them apart all the time, and then we see Mona Scott pimping out women on Love and Hip Hop every Monday.
Perfect fucking word.
You know, I hate to see that because it's like some of these women really need saving, and it's like instead of people saving them, they just. Listen, I got a $150,000 check for you to act a fool on TV for 10 seasons. It's like, damn, like, y'all want better for y'all life. Y'all don't want more out of life. I just be like
with me, like I don't know. I'm one to just help everybody. Like if I make it, everybody's gonna be on. Like if you really know me, everybody around me knows that. But like when Chelsea hit me up to do her book, I'm like, I knew her. But I was like, yo, she blew up on Instagram. Like, how did you do? So when I sat down with her, I'm like, yo, I'm about to take pictures on Instagram and get paid for this. Like, it sounded good. But then doing her book, like, you guys got to read her book. Doing her book, I'm like, this is fire. Like, it's a business method to being an influencer and just taking pictures on Instagram and posing with flat tummy tea. Like, everybody has their own niche. So I feel like, you know, everybody should just do what they got to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So closing off, if you didn't write a book, what would you have done if you didn't become an author and, you know, a teacher? What would you have done besides wanting to operate on people? Because I know you mentioned you was a bio major.
I probably would have really been in Starlets right now or Cityscapes or something because if I didn't write a book or be a teacher, like that was it.
Yeah, it was over.
There was no option.
I agree with you. I used to say the same thing. Being in college, I used to be like, I'm gonna just go to King of Diamonds because I can't do these essays.
See, I didn't think that in school. I was just like, I'm gonna go to Tiara House.
Oh my god, my party was the product of so many fucking kickouts for Duchess. I'm very sorry. If you are watching this and you got kicked out because of a 27 Harrison party or a 6 Park Place party, I'm very sorry. I did spike the punch. It was my fault.
I'm done.
But I do want to thank you guys for watching us. It's been great having Ebony here with us.
Thanks.
If you guys aren't inspired, then
you get her.
hello.
They're amazing.
And if you're not inspired to wake up and be somebody and do something after watching these episodes and hearing all these powerful women and men getting shit done, then
there's something wrong with you.
yeah, I don't know.
Because she just inspired me so much.
Yes, like I'm about to go home and write the Only blog.
Yes,
like y'all need to get this shit together.
Woman empowerment. Let's go.
First of all, these books going like this. Like, we will see you guys next week, though. Tune in.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. My name is Tiara.
I'm Bree with the T.
And I'm A Monet.
And we are the Girls Room.